What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode today of our My Player Career Mode here on FIFA 18. Now, important one today, we're into the knockout rounds of the World Cup with Ben. If you missed the last episode, of course, you won't know what's happened, so I recommend you guys go back and check it. We played out the group stage of the World Cup, and we, of course, got through it. That's why we're here now to go into this episode, but we're wearing the England shirt today. We're going to get into it. Hopefully, wearing the England shirt will give us the little bit extra luck that we missed in the last two times that Ben played at international level. Both times, England didn't really perform as best as we know they can. They got knocked out on penalties, I think, on both times, actually. One of them to Italy, and the other one was to Germany. So, yeah, penalties, not really England's strong point. Let's hope none of these games go to penalties. So, if you missed the episode, I'll show you the draw anyway. That is how the draw looks. A couple of games already been played, as you can see there. Italy already playing against Chile. They beat them 4-0. Germany already played Switzerland and beat them 3-0. So, the other draws are currently looking like that on the screen. In terms of the player stats for this World Cup, so far, Ben has had a really good start to the competition. He scored 6 goals and got 3 assists in the group stage itself. So that's crazy. He's had a hand in 9 goals in just the 3 games of the group stage, which is ridiculously good. So the only player to beat him is Mbappe of France. And actually, they've both had a hand in 9 goals because Mbappe scored 7, set up 2, whereas Ben scored 6, set up 3. So I reckon these two guys are probably going to be the stars of probably this World Cup. If it's going to be like an England-France final, those two are going to have to star in it if that is to be. So we'll see what happens in the first game of today's episode. It is the Ivory Coast up first for England, of course. From here on out, it really has no relevance whether or not you draw these games. It will go to extra time. There must be a winner after these games. There's no, second chance or anything like that. Has to get a winner before the end. I'm going to change up Ben's celebration here just before we go into it. And while we're at it, let's go with that one. Of course, I know which one that is. That is, of course, Ronaldo's celebration. But let's go into game 1. Ivory Coast, the opponents. Can Ben continue his good run of form from the group stage, take it into this game here, and get England through this game? So the side then, pretty decent. A few players off full fitness, though, which is a bit of an issue. I guess we'll just see how it's going to fare when we get into this one. Without further ado, it is game 1 coming up against the Ivory Coast. Could be the only game of today's episode if this doesn't go our way, but I'm hoping we have got the quality to beat this side. That is the aim anyways. Let's get into it and find out. Alright, I actually don't know where this World Cup is currently being held. It's 2022, so in real life this would be, what is it? Is it Qatar, I think, in 2022? So yeah, I don't know where it actually is being held in this particular series in this game because the stadium is Stadion Hungek or something like that. I don't know. So anyways, I don't actually know where we're playing, but it is an important game regardless, of course. We want to see Ben win an international competition before his career comes to an end. We saw him lose on penalties the last 2 times. I'm hoping they don't lose on penalties again in this series because that would be really, really, really frustrating if it happens. There's some really good sides still left in it though, and it's going to be a tough few games if they want to win it. I think France are probably one of the better sides in this, one of the ones that I'm more feared of. Italy, of course, for knocking us out before. Germany are always good. So chances are whoever England play in this knockout rounds are going to be tough. But first game we know for sure is Ivory Coast, and I'm intrigued to see what kind of side they've got. We know they've got a couple of decent players. They got Wilfred Zaha, I think. He changed his nationality from English to Ivory Coast, was it? Of course, Torre, but he's knocking on, so I don't even think he'll be in the game anymore. I don't actually know who they'll actually have. We'll have to wait and see. So, as the game's about to get into the full swing of it, let's see what the side is of Ivory Coast. So, this is the Ivory Coast side then. Aurier's in there. Eric Bailly's in there. Actually, I know a couple of players. Quite a few, actually. But in terms of their side, I'm not really too worried about it, to be honest. There's not really anybody in there that threatens this England team. And I'm saying that. Watch me eat my words when the game actually gets underway. But feeling pretty confident heading into this one. Let's get this game underway. We're done waiting with it. Let's do this. Okay, fast start is going to be what's going to be important for both sides, I think. That's a free kick, ref. Advantage played. Kane lays it out wide to the left-hand side. We'll see what's going to happen from this one. Probably not much of anything because we just normally give it away. We did play quite well in the group stage. There was a lot of good attacking threat from England. They created a lot of chances and had quite a few good moves in there. So I'm hoping it's going to be similar. As here is Ben again, looking for Harry Kane. Kane will pick up the ball. Trying to feed it out wide. He's giving it away, though. Good work from Raheem Sterling. Sending in Ben, who turns his man quite well. Whips across towards the back post. And England lead by a goal to 0. It's taken 11 minutes onto the clock. We spoke about Ben having to have a really good competition in the last episode. And I tell you what, there it is again. He's showcased his ability. And honestly, that is a very, very nice goal indeed. Turned his man pretty well. You can see on the right-hand side there. I don't actually know who it is at left back for them. But in the end, it's not a great defensive display because the cross was good. And there is Marcus Rashford. Sergio Aurier got absolutely nowhere near that one. And unfortunately for Ivory Coast, they are now, well, 1-0 down. And to be honest, I said it before, I don't really look at that team and think that Ivory Coast have got someone in their ranks who's going to be able to just, pick the ball up and make something happen with it. It's going to be tough for them from here on out. I mean, we've seen this from England before, though. Don't forget it. They went 1-0 up against Iceland, ended up getting knocked out with a 2-1 defeat. So we know that this isn't anything set in stone, but that is the best possible start that England could have hoped for. So, fantastic goal, and it means they're leading by a 1-0. Not ideal from Callum Chambers as he's giving away a free kick to our opponents here in a quite dangerous area. Gamming backwards. Can Ben stop that attack? He looked for the top corner. At first, I thought that one was heading close to the goal, and it actually did. It wasn't that close, but when I first saw it, I thought for a second that might have been heading into the top corner. Really an unnecessary foul, though, from Chambers to concede, and could have gone worse for us. To credit Ivory Coast, actually, they've done quite a good job so far this first 30 minutes in limiting the amount of time that Ben has got on the ball. Whenever he picks it up, he always has somebody trying to mark him. They were just a little bit unlucky that he was able to shake the defender off the actual goal itself, because other than that, he's having to drop quite deep to receive it, and in general, it's just not as advanced as we normally see him here, as he will pick it in a dangerous area. But again, he has got a man marking him, so at the moment, not too much for him to do other than try and feed Harry Kane. This is good footwork, and that's brilliant from England here, who might actually set themselves up again. Oh, it was so close to a second. Uh-oh, danger. Ivory Coast on the stroke of half-time. Best time to score if you're going to get one back, and that is so close for them there, getting it. Oh, man, inches. It was inches away from the bottom corner. That is so, so close to an equaliser. And I tell you what, if they'd have scored then, that would have been the best time for them to score. That is quite lucky for England there. They've got to defend a lot better than that. Lovely little 1-2, and England come forward again with Ben. That tackle's not going to reach him, and that's a pass through to Rashford, who's making it 2! England lead by 2. It's that man again to his other teammate. These two had a good relationship at Real Madrid. It's been a year since they were separated because, of course, Ben joined Manchester United. But the spark and the little bit of knowledge between the two of them is still there because, again, they link up for England's second of the game. Good run again from Ben. You can see the tackle there flying in from the number 5. Realised he wasn't going to get the ball. Sends in Marcus Rashford, who just coolly puts it towards the near post of the goalkeeper and makes it 2 for England. That should now be them heading through to the next round of this World Cup. Commiserations to Ivory Coast, but they've still got a little bit of time to sort it out. They are out of this by no stretch of the imagination. Still, 37 minutes to go. They still have a chance, but the way England are playing right now, you would expect them to grab the third goal if there is to be a third goal in this match. So, well played again from those two, and England have a second. There's a minute left of the 90, and then whatever additional minutes after that, but this has been a decent performance from England. They've controlled the play. It looks like they're going to get themselves a clean sheet as well. It's been one of those performances that they just, have commanded, I guess you could say. There is... Oh, sorry, I thought I was going to say that there is the final whistle, but it's not. It's a free kick to Ivory Coast. It's a booking for Eric Dyer, but there's literally, a minute left of this game. So anytime you want to blow the whistle, ref, and end this one, that would be much appreciated. And the ball's whipped up, but that should be it. Never mind, because they might actually get a chance for consolation. And, yeah. What was I saying about the clean sheet? I was joking, guys. I was only kidding. I didn't mean to skip that. I will check out that goal again in a replay when the game's ended, but I don't know what happened there. We should have kept the clean sheet. Regardless, England go through to the next round of the World Cup. Not with a clean sheet, because the goal was scored in the dying minutes there by the number 99, Chris Bedia. This was the goal that got the consolation for Ivory Coast. Nothing else than that, though. I don't know why he's wearing number 99, actually, but there you go. 99 scoring in the 90th minute. Very good volley indeed. Give him credit where it's due, lads. Very nice volley. But, as I said, England through to the next round. Job done. All right, let's see what the draw's saying then for the next round. So, we got through. Spain got through. France won their game. Argentina winning. Portugal winning and Brazil winning means it looks like this. There are some massive teams still left in this. Italy will play Germany. England will take on Spain. France will take on Argentina. Portugal will play Brazil. So the two sides that knocked out England in Ben's career so far, in the form of Italy and Germany, are both played against each other anyway, so Ben can't match against those guys. But they have got Spain, so we'll see how that's going to go. But yeah, we'll jump straight into that in just a moment. I just want to do a couple of stuff first. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, ready for game 2 of today's episode. Spain the opponents, as you saw the draw. Let's jump into this one. As I said earlier, hopefully the game against Spain won't be a repeat of Italy or Germany. And hopefully this time around England can go through in this one. Of course, they've been to a semi-final before. This one is the quarters. That's the side. Let's do this. And this is going to be quite difficult as well. Because remember, Spain's side is a decent one. They've, of course, got David De Gea in net. We know about him from Manchester United. Two teammates, of course, will be going against each other. We're used to seeing this now, though. They've got Azpilicueta still there. They've got a decent side of Spain. They're not going to be an easy game whatsoever. So this one, Ben is seriously going to have to put on his carry pants and try his best in order to take England through to a semi-final of the World Cup. The side is there for you all. You will have seen it just before we came into game, but there it is again for anybody that may have missed it. Alexander-Arnold starting in centre midfield with Ward-Prowse. I'm not quite sure why Dele Alli doesn't start in the midfield and maybe have Dele Alli, Ward-Prowse and Ben in the midfield, you know. But anyways, we're not going to read in too much into that. The Spain lineup, though, is the one I want to see. There it is. David De Gea, Bellerin, Azpilicueta, Martinez, Grimaldo. Then they have Llorente in the midfield with Sol and Isco, Asensio, Deulofeu and Morata. Other than Deulofeu, that's a strong team. Asensio, of course, we know about him. Former Real Madrid man, now at Man City in England. He was Ben's teammate for a little bit of time. He was a good player as well. So let's get into this one. Spain against England. It's the quarter-final of the World Cup. Coming at you right now. There's literally been 23 minutes of the game yet, and we haven't had a single shot as of yet registered. Ridiculous. Both teams have been so wasteful with the ball so far that neither side can even create anything because they can't string more than 4 passes together. Stupid. Again, it's just given away in the middle of the park. You could say it's both teams defending quite well and getting intercepting the passes, but truth be told, honestly, there hasn't been more than like 4 or 5 passes in a good area so far. Ridiculous. And as I say that, Spain are going to create their first chance with Morata over the top of the crossbar. That is the first shot in this game, and it's taken 27 minutes to appear. Alvaro Morata striking it over the top of the crossbar. Other than that, what a poor start to this game. Here is Ben Wood, driving into the penalty area. He's got England on the front foot. Can he find the correct pass? It's gone past Harry Kane. All he had to do was stick out a leg, and maybe that was 1-0. We've still got the ball, though. There's still a chance here for England if they can create something. It's still with Ben. Gets past one tackle. Still continuing. He's got past Saul, kind of. The man still is on him, though. He cuts it back. Looks for the cross towards the back post. Rashford is there, but Bellerin cuts it out with a fantastic header to stop that one in its tracks. Let's just see how close Harry Kane actually was to England's lead. I mean, literally, guys, just look at this. To be fair, the ball is behind him, but all he's got to do is stick out a right foot. Or even Rashford, for that matter, at the back post. Look at him. Why is he running sideways now? Run forward, and he's going to be on that to potentially hit that. Ridiculous. And at half-time, the score is 0-0. Are we potentially heading for another penalty shootout? I mean, look at that. First half, England have had 0 shots. You've not even registered a chance yet on goal. There was that one with the Ben cutback that Harry Kane missed it and then Rashford ran sideways for. But we haven't even actually had a shot yet. So that's definitely got to improve in the second half. I'm not liking the way this game might go because Spain have been the better side in terms of actually using the ball and creating something with it. And England really haven't done too much in the way of getting on the ball, let's say. So, big second half needed from the boys. Come on. Rashford finding Ben in a pocket of space. Here we go. Good opportunity here for England. Ben looks for Harry Kane. He's got him. Who tried to do it near post. Rashford's header. Ah, we're not clinical enough. Not clinical enough at all. And I have to say, I don't know why Harry Kane was running towards the near post. Just make up the ground. Run towards the back. Give Ben a little bit more space. And it's an easy tap in. Instead, he stayed near post and he basically gave up the angle for himself, effectively. Disappointing. Ball given away by Harry Kane. Usually so good for Spurs, and today he's been not very good for England, let's just call it that. Giving the ball away too many times and not really done the striker's instinct today. He is a very good forward. We know about Harry Kane, how good he is, but it's just for England. Is he the same player as he is for Spurs? Because again, you know, he caused Man United a lot of problems when Spurs played Man United and Ben was on the United team. Yet today, doesn't really look like he's causing that much of an issue for Spain. Good play from England, though. We'll set him up potentially with a chance here. Good turn from Ben. Gets into the area. David De Gea beats it away from his teammate. Good shot. Even better save from De Gea. And that's why it's going to take something special today from England to beat David De Gea. Short corner to Ben, who's going to whip across with his left foot towards that back post. Michael Keane in the box. It just doesn't fall nicely for him. David De Gea claims the cross. Well, you can say Spain won the first half, but England are definitely winning the second. They've been the better side in this second half. So all they need now is a goal to claim their superiority in this game, in this second half. But it's not going to come yet, and this might be Spain's chance. Never mind, cut out by England. Here is Alexander-Arnold feeding it out wide to Sterling, who feeds Ben. Ben now is going to try and take it down the left. He beats his man quite well. Driving forward still. It is still Ben Wood on the ball. Gets past one tackle. Looks for Marcus Rashford. He's got him as well. Rashford ding that towards the back post. Marcus Rashford just dribbles it away. What's he doing? Literally just pass it. All you've got to do. He ran it straight into the defender. Uh-oh. I can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe this. They've done absolutely nothing in this second half and Spain are going to steal it in the last 10 minutes. And again, it comes down to England and their lack of defending. What is wrong with this England team? They never show up when it matters. They had chances in this game to kill it off. Look at this. They're allowing them to walk through. They get the block in. I mean, it's a sensational strike from Deulofeu. Why we are on all-out attack, I have no idea anyway. It's not like this game is going to be an easy win for England. They didn't need to go on to all-out attack. But that is effectively now going to possibly be the goal that ends their World Cup dream yet again. They're going to fall short again. Ali wins the header to Ben. Ben who finds Rashford on the left to try and give his side back in it. Saved by De Gea. It's beaten away and it's going to be headed out. That needed to go in. Something's got to give here. David De Gea making some good saves late on. Here is Ben again. Looks for the cross towards the middle. It's cleared away. We'll come back for England, though. They've got 5 minutes to try and salvage something back from this game. Come on, boys. Ben. Little one inside. Given away again by England. They've been shocking in that today. But good work from Ben to win it back. Feeds his teammate again. Looks for Harry Kane. Kane's got it still. Can Kane do something with it other than give it away? No, he can't. Of course he can't. He just gives it away again. Ben. Rashford. Rashford! Oh, it had to go in. It had to go in from Marcus Rashford. 2 minutes left of normal time. He tries to bend one into the top corner. And that sums up England's game today. And again, we're going to be left frustrated in this series. And again, we are not going to be advancing through to a World Cup final. Butland's made 1 save all afternoon. And somehow that touch is going to go for Spain. I can't believe this game. Really can't believe it. That's going to be it, guys. England out yet again. I mean, you can say what you want, but I have to say, this has left me frustrated as hell. Because once again, it doesn't even matter because Spain are now 2-0 up anyway. End the game. Just end the game. I just can't be bothered. Deulofeu's got a second for himself. It looks like Spain have trashed us, but really not the case. Look how many times that ball bounced back to them in the space of no time at all. Butland's done absolutely nothing. England have done nothing defensively. And that's the reason they're out of the competition. 2 goals in 9 minutes from Spain. See you later, England. Seems like the shirt did absolutely nothing to help us in the luck in this one. And there it goes again. Another opportunity for Ben to try and win an international trophy. Another opportunity gone in the wind. Let's be real. England just aren't good enough. They're not. They're just not good enough. Gone are the days when England had a side that could win something. It's all right having one of the best players in the world, but unless you've got a full 11 that can actually do something for each other and players that turn up when it matters, it doesn't actually matter. Because, you know, we had a backline who just couldn't defend. Goalkeeper made 1 save. And in general, Harry Kane just didn't show up. Comparing to how he plays for Spurs and then watching him for England there, it's like watching a different player. So, yeah, I mean, what can you do? Match facts-wise, it happens. De Gea made quite a few saves, you know, but I mean, this one for Harry Kane, again, why is he at the near post? Why is he so close? I don't know. And Ben turns inside, tries to find top corner. De Gea makes a good save. This is the goal that loses it, though. Gets intercepted there, falls back to Delafeu. He's not going to hit it better than that many times in his career. And in the end, guys, Germany would go on to win the World Cup, beating Brazil in the final 3-1. Brazil beat France and Germany beat Spain, so we didn't lose to the eventual winners. But in the end, Germany come out on top, and that's the way it is. So it's another disappointing performance. And to be honest, if you look at Ben's age now, he is 25. So it's not like he's got that many more England competitions left in him. Maybe another 3 at most. And then it might be the likes of either retirement that gets him or better players coming through. So yeah, I mean, that's just, again, frustrating for us. But that's the way it goes sometimes, unfortunately. Alright, guys, that's how we're going to end today's episode off then. As you can see when I'm about to show you, top scorer did actually go to Kylian Mbappe. Ben was in there, even though he didn't get to the final. Also, he got the highest assists in the entirety of the competition, creating the most goals for his side. Clean sheets, Ederson with 6. I think he only conceded in 1 game, and that was the final itself, which is a very good record overall. Now, I'm hoping the next episode of this is going to be just as good. We've got some stuff happening in terms of course, a lot of stuff. The transfer window's open. It looks like there's some deals going in, deals going out. We'll see what's going to happen regarding that. But Ben is a Manchester United player for now. And it looks like Barca might be signing a Man United player. So as I said, next episode, we'll have to keep tabs on the transfer window and see what happens. But other than that, I apologise for the episode today. Unfortunately, England just not good enough to do it yet again. They are out when it mattered the most. I'll see you all for the next episode of this series very, very soon. And we'll see what awaits Ben and Manchester United for this upcoming season. Catch you all then. Adios.